other thing, sir, and that's this. June 24th, Forum has a headline, how much will Trump's visit cost Fargo police? The mayor wants to know. Chief Todd said that's not really accurate. The headline was misleading because it was really the Forum wanted to know. Is Chief Todd right, or is the Forum right that you wanted to know? And I'm glad you did it, by the way. I think it's great you're asking for costs.
Chief Todd.
Chief Todd. Okay, so then I want to get to this. Then they came out with a piece that said, hey, the visit of President Trump cost the city $104,000. Then last night, the same organization, Forum Communications, said, hey, that was misleading, that was inaccurate. And you even said, I think it's misleading to tell the taxpayers that it cost $104,000. Is that true?
Yeah, because let me explain it to you. I got to have police force on the job every day. It costs $30,000. Doesn't matter whether the president's here or not.
I get that, and I'm going to talk about that. But my point is this. We have got a local newspaper who I've got the mayor of the biggest city in North Dakota. I've got the chief of police in the biggest city in North Dakota, both of them saying that this organization is misleading the people of our community. You say what to that?
Well, the Forum did call us and ask the cost. I didn't generate that. And when once they asked for the cost,
does it concern you that both you guys who are leaders in our community are saying, hey, these people are misleading you?
Well, we're concerned. We want to be gracious to when the president comes to town. We don't want it clouded by the fact that we're trying to not take care of him when he comes to town. We will take care of the president anytime he comes to town.
Let me ask you this, Dave.
Dave knows we'll take care of game day anytime it comes to town.
But I do want to ask you this. You think about people coming from Grand Forks, spending money in our restaurants. You think about North Dakota tourism. What does it cost to have every cable person across the country saying Fargo, North Dakota? What's the net in your best guesstimation? What's the net of this day?
This was an awesome thing. However, the police department was not on their regular jobs at that time. And so this was a Trump campaign. When he comes in his presidential position, that's awesome. But this was a campaign event, which is fine. And I believe they should pay for part of the cost. That's just my opinion.
But what do you think the net would be?
Oh, I mean, the PR and all that, there's no comparison. But I'm just saying, in general, those costs were paid by the taxpayers of Fargo, and it was a campaign event. I'm not sure, no matter who the president is, I'm not sure that we should be the one ponying up the whole amount.
All right. And the other thing, Chris, I think you have to be realistic. What were the costs? So if I'm paying a guy for being on duty, that's not the cost that I'm going to bill somebody something. It's the overtime cost. So City of Fargo overtime cost, true cost, was $10,000. That's my fire, that's my public works, that's my police.
Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate the insight, but I want all of you to keep that in mind. We were told $104,000, and now you've got the mayor who actually knows the numbers going, it's more like 10. That's all I'm saying. Thank you to both of them for their time today, and I just want to make this clear again, there's been no correction on the Forum website or anywhere, at least that I've seen up to this point, about them saying that it's $104,000. Both the mayor and both the chief of police, their word, not mine, saying that that is misleading headline, both of them suggesting that. So you got to ask yourself, what else is the fake news Forum misleading you about? Just something to think about. One other thing I would note, President Trump tweeted this out to his 50 million plus followers. He actually had 3 different tweets he put out about North Dakota. This is just an example of one of them. You can see here pictures of Shields Arena. Also want to let you know, if you go to President Trump's Twitter page, his Twitter profile picture right now, or his the big picture they can put across, I don't know what you call them, but that is from his Fargo mega rally as well. What is that worth from a good publicity standpoint for the great state of North Dakota? Would love to know your point of view in that entire discussion, what I'm sharing with you right here. All right.